it is a lot that you are going to be dealing with. So it was a game of that nature. You know, a lot of hard tackles, a lot of
The
talking,
pressure was like
pressure,
too much, yeah.
mass confrontations.
Sure.
You know, yes. So even in the PSL, like I have never had a game as hard as that one.
Yo. Welcome to Bookmarked Conversations. Actually, welcome back to Bookmarked Conversations, the podcast where we explore stories behind stories and people behind those stories. And today we are joined by a woman who has spent her career making tough decisions under immense pressure, often in front of thousands of people. She is a trailblazer in South African football, a respected referee, a powerful example of what it means to be a leader. In this conversation, we will talk about the person behind the whistle, the lessons she's learned from the pitch, how she handles criticism and pressure, and what it truly takes to trust your voice when the whole world is watching. Please join me, guys, today in welcoming Akhona Makalima. Akhona, thank you so much for being here, and welcome to Bookmarked Conversations.
Thank you so much. And it's really finally amazing to be here.
Thank you
And
so much.
thank you for your patience. You are very patient.
Finally we're here. Finally we're here. And I must say, when you are a star and you are a leader.
Thank you.
That's what I love about you. So many people look up to you. And I got so many questions from people who saw me posting with you. And even on my personal Instagram, they were asking me, how do you know this lady? You know, and all those kind of things. How did you meet her? And whatever. And I'm like, hey. Hey. Yeah, so it's quite a pleasure that I know you're very, very busy. And I'm happy that today you are here.
Thank you. I'm honored, and also it is only a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we will just start off just on your journey. You know, at the beginning, let's just begin with the journey of Akhona growing up, and what did you dream of becoming? I'm sure this question so many people have asked, but I also want to ask you.
100%. And I think it's a beautiful question. And I don't believe that we people get to be bored, you know, when you ask this question. So for me, I'm coming from a community of football, rugby. So, and also I'm coming from a family that is very athletic. My mom was a netball player, father was a soccer player, and the community now that I am coming from is a rugby community. So everybody is active in my community. So this is how my love for sports started.
You're becoming
100%. So I've always known that I'm going to be professional athlete, whether I am doing athletics, or I'm doing football, or I'm doing rugby. But I always knew that I wanted to be in sports. That is pretty much my background in sports. Yeah.
And that's it. Sure. Was there a specific moment where you realized football officiating could be your path?
No. 100%. I never dreamed of being a referee, and people think that I woke up and I've always been, you know, I never wanted to be a referee, and it has never been my dream. So much that as I was growing, I don't even remember seeing referees in the field when I was playing football.
Yeah.
You know, but I've played football for like more than 11 years, I must say. 12 years I played football. I've always wanted to play for the national team. I think everybody aspired to play for the national team.
Yes.
Right? But obviously because of where I come from and how the opportunities were not available for women to play football, and parents never understood that a woman can make a career out of football
Football,
or
yes,
sports,
or
because
sport,
they
yeah.
always believed that it was a short career. So, cut the long story short, my mom obviously was not going to allow me to go and play in big cities because she did not believe in the idea of a woman making a career out of sports.
Okay.
So I had to study, and then after I make my own decisions.
Yes.
Yes. And then when I was leaving football, I decided that, what, I'm done playing. I've finished with college. I've graduated. I'm looking for a job. And now I know that I'm not going to play for the national team because I'm old.
Yeah.
And the South African Football Association, they were now promoting match officials to say, we're looking for women who want to be match officials. I took that decision to say, okay, I can be a referee. Then I
Yes.
started refereeing.
Awesome.
And I took refereeing with the same discipline of player because I did not want to fall out of sports because I've always loved football. I've always loved sports. So I took that opportunity that was presented to me. I ran with it, and here I am today.
And here you are today.
100%.
Yes.
It was not plan A, it was not plan B, it was not even plan C. It was not something that I thought about. No.
Yeah, so you answered my next question. I was going to ask you, your choosing this path, your friends, that you studied with, what did they say, when they started seeing you, like the career that you've chosen, and your family as well? How did they receive that as well?
It was such an interesting journey. Or
Yeah.
also for them, it was like, you want to be a referee.
And the transition.
The transition,
yeah.
You want to be a referee, like, really? Why would you want to be a referee? And sometimes you may think that you just want to be a referee.
Yeah.
Refereeing is leadership. And the leaders are born.
Yep.
People think that being a leader is something that you wake up today and decide, I'm going to be a leader.
Yeah.
It doesn't start like that.
Yeah.
I think the leadership qualities in me were really pushing me to be a referee.
A referee.
And when everybody was asking me, why do you want to be a referee? Why would you change? Most importantly was that I still love football. I don't want to fall out of football.
Yeah.
But then again, I knew it that I didn't even want to be an assistant referee because I'm a decision maker.
Yes.
I wanted to lead.
Yes.
So, but also with my personality and the traits, everybody understood that, okay, you can be a good referee.
Yes.
Yeah, but everybody was like, this is interesting.
Exactly. And
Because
your presence as well. Yeah.
Even if you go to players now, maybe 1 out of 10 players would say, I want to be a referee. So it's not something that people dream of becoming. Yes.
Sure. Oh, God. What were the biggest challenges in your years as a referee?
I'm still facing a lot of challenges even now. So
Like, what is your biggest one?
I'm joking. My biggest challenge, okay, we face challenges differently as you transition in refereeing.
Yes.
So when I started, my biggest difficulty was that I needed to run and pass the men's fitness test if I wanted to be in the PSL. This was very difficult for me. It was such a huge challenge to an extent that I wanted to even stop refereeing, to even stop pursuing because it was so difficult.
It was
that
hard.
Yeah, and I felt that I'm not going to make it to the national to the PSL because it was difficult for me, and also I did not want to be just someone who runs the fitness test and then I only officiate in the lower divisions.
Yeah.
I had an appointment with the future to say, I don't want to be limited.
Yes.
If I want to participate at the highest in the PSL at CAF level, men's competition, I definitely want to
Meet the standards. You have
100%.
to.
If
Yes,
men are
yes.
supposed to run the men's test and for them to be in the PSL, this is exactly what I'm
What I
going
need
to
to
do.
do.
100%. So it was very difficult, but I managed to pass that hurdle. Now, again, when you get into the space, you are in the PSL, it gets to be difficult because people still believe that women are not supposed to be in the PSL. Women are not supposed to be in the league. Women, their decisions are being influenced by their genders. So you have to, I had to face a wealth that was giving me my identity. I had to face a world that was trying to project how weak I am as a person, as a not even as a referee, but
As a human
as a
being.
human being.
Yeah.
That women don't belong here.
Yeah.
Go and play netball. So you have to. I had to go through those things, but it was such a challenging transition because I come from a family that never told me the limitations of gender,
Okay.
right? I come from a family where I was never told that I cannot do 1, 2, 3 because I'm a
Because
woman.
you're a woman, yeah.
We were raised in a fashion that everybody at home does
Yeah.
whatever. If I'm washing
If you are
the
able to do it, then you can.
if my brother
irrespective.
is washing
Yeah.
dishes, I'm wiping. If ever I am cooking, my brother is assisting.
Hmm.
If I'm milking the cow, everybody was doing everything. But when I step into the world was telling me that this is where I belong. So it was such a difficult thing. But then again, it would what helped me was that I never lost my identity. I never lost what raised me.
Yes.
So with all those things that were negative were being thrown at me, they
You
didn't
knew
really
who
weigh.
you were.
I
You
knew
know,
it,
you
yeah,
knew who you
100%.
were. Yeah, and
they
that
never weighed
helped
me
you.
down.
And that's what I was going to ask you because, I mean, you're a female referee. That's you. You always felt like, I mean, you've answered that just now when you were talking, that you felt like you always had to do things maybe like 10 times more than the others.
Yeah.
More than the other gender,
And
because, yeah.
it was the belief that women want to be men, and I always say to people they need to understand that when women are in the spaces, we don't want to be men. We want to do what we also love. We also want to do what we all been studying. We trained for these things. We study. We prepare for these things.
Yeah, we work hard
We
for
work
the
hard
same
for
thing.
these things,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And when the standards, when the standards are being set, we all qualify the same way.
Yes.
So when I make decisions, I don't make decisions because I'm a female. When I am being emotional, I'm not being emotional because I'm a female. And when I make a call, I always correct people and say, do not say that a female referee has made a call because my male counterpart, you are not going to say a male referee just made a call. Just say a referee has made a call.
Yes.
And that's it. So we just need to educate the society and also be patient with the society because other people, they're still like very rigid, So when you are going to introduce yourself into a new space, you also need to know that you are foreign and people still need to get used to the system and get used to you. Yeah.
And I've seen you on social media as well when you travel to other countries. And then I'll see you like taking pictures with other referees, female referees.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, hey, this community is growing.
100%.
So you see, so it's out there and it's setting an example, for young people also that, this is not a male-dominated, career. Women are entering the space. Young women are entering the space. I saw you. I think you were in Ghana.
Yeah.
I think recently.
Uganda.
Uganda, and you
Yeah.
took a picture with a young
Referees.
female. Yes,
Yeah.
and I was like, she looks so young, and I was like, hey, the space is opening up, for women a lot.
Because women's sport is improving now. Women's sport is growing, right? And you will find that we have under 17, under 17 World Cup, under 20
Yes,
World Cup.
yes.
And we have schools tournament, we have CAF schools competitions. So the referees that are going to referee, they must be young referees.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
So now kids, they can see that, oh, by the way, there are also referees that are female.
Yes.
We see, even now we have 6 ladies that are going to participate at the World Cup. Even our game is going to be refereed by a woman.
Oh, wow.
Yes, you have to watch that game. It's going to be refereed by a woman. Her name is Tori Penso. She's from the US. So because football is growing, more girls are coming into sports for sure. More referees are also being identified, and sometimes I get interested when I receive messages from young girls wanting to be referees.
referees,
100%. This is one thing that I stop everything and I respond. Usually, I'm not somebody who responds to the things that people say on social media. But if I see a young girl and they want to know how to be a referee, I stop everything and I respond. Simple because in as much as a refereeing is a hobby, but also refereeing, if ever people want or if they are disciplined enough, you can make a career out of refereeing. With all these things that we complain about, that we don't have opportunities, we don't have jobs, we don't have this. If you are disciplined enough, young girls can make a living out of refereeing.
Yes.
I'm making a living out of refereeing. I am blessed, and I'm highly favored. So I cannot deprive other women such an opportunity.
Exactly.
So,
and mentoring those ones as well that are upcoming,
100%.
which is very, very important.
Yeah.
It's very, very important. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you've answered so many questions also that they're following. So every referee makes decisions that thousands of people disagree with. So how do you handle criticism? When now you've made a call and then, people criticize you they are thinking you made a mistake. How do you handle that?
One, you need to understand that you are in a sports and you are doing a job that everybody thinks they have an opinion. All right? And you should...
And they think they know the rules.
This is what you need
thing.
to... This is what you need to know. So that you cannot feel like people don't like you.
Yeah.
People are going to question referees because they think that they know the law better than us.
Exactly.
All right? And you will find that even if you gave a good call, 50% of people will still think that that was an incorrect call. So for me, how do I handle that? Is that one, I am a specialist of the law. I read the law. I apply the law. I interpret the law.
Yes,
and I
okay.
enforce the law.
Okay.
So the rest of the other people, they read the law
Yeah.
and they understand the law.
So have you ever
They
made
don't know how
have
to
you ever
interpret.
made a mistake?
100%. We
And
make
how-
mistakes every day.
And how do you deal with that when you now the match is over, it's finished, and you know that you've made a mistake somewhere? How do you deal with that now as a person, as
How
a
do-
referee? It's a profession for you. How do you deal with that?
So, one, you need to understand that as long as you live, you're going to make mistakes. How do you minimize those mistakes? Is then by going back to the game. Watch the game.
Okay.
Watch, how did I make this mistake?
Okay.
Where did I start? How did I finish? Okay, was I in a better position to give the call? Because our job is how we make decisions. We make decisions based on where I am at that particular time.
Yeah.
Am I in a good position? Do I have a good angle of view? Am I in close proximity? Can I see the point of contact? Can I see who plays the ball? So all of these things, you cannot just go home and start crying because you've made an incorrect call.
Yeah.
You need to understand, why did you make that call?
Okay.
Where were you when you made that call? How did you conclude? How did you come up with the conclusion?
Yeah.
Right?
For that decision.
For
that
that decision.
Yeah.
So this is what I do. It's not nice,
Yeah.
right? Because obviously, if I make an incorrect call, it changes the outcomes of the game, I'm going to be suspended. So it's not a good feeling that you're going to be suspended. It's painful. It's difficult. But at the end of the day, you need to understand and be honest with yourself so that tomorrow you're not going to repeat the same thing. So this is what I do to say, I know that as long as I live, I'm going to make mistakes.
Yep.
And that mistakes are part of life.
Yeah.
Mistakes are part of the game. But now, how do I minimize the mistakes?
Yes.
It means that I need to do what? I need to train better. I need to prepare for my game better. I need to be in a close proximity.
Yes.
I need to be in a good angle of view. I need to see 1, 2, 3. Okay, here I missed because I started late. Okay, I did not anticipate this move.
Yeah.
This is why we make mistakes. And unfortunately, You cannot cry about this. Otherwise, if you cry every day, you are going to make a lot of mistakes.
Oh my God. What has been the most pressure-filled game you've ever officiated? Where you were like, this one, when you left the field, you were like, there was so much pressure on this one. Is there maybe one that you can remember?
It was Argentina, Panama City in France. Phew. I think that was just too much pressure in the game. Culture of the game, culture of the two teams, the standard of the game. You are a South African. What do you know about football? You know, and the nature of the competition alone. You know, that was the most difficult game. That gave me a lot of pressure.
Sure.
Yeah.
And how long was that? How many years
Should
ago?
be 20. I was preparing for Australia and New Zealand, so it should be 2022, 2021, around that. Yeah. So that was up until now. This was the hardest game of my career.
Sure.
Yeah, that was the hardest
So
game
then,
of my
which was
career.
gonna be the question I was gonna ask you? That have you ever left a match replaying a decision in your head? So that's that one.
The funny thing is that in this game, I never made a mistake. It was just a game that was challenging physically, mentally, and also the culture of the teams. You know, if you know how Argentina plays, and then Argentina is playing Panama City, so automatically this is just a crazy game. You know, it's like you are doing a North African team. You know, if you're doing two North African teams, automatically you need your highest level of football, highest level of football understanding, highest level of tolerance.
Yes.
It is a lot that you are going to be dealing with. So it was a game of that nature. You know, a lot of hard tackles, a lot of
The
talking,
pressure was like too
pressure,
much, yeah.
mass confrontations.
Sure.
You know, yes. So even in the PSL, like I have never had a game as hard as that one.
Yo.
Yeah.
So you'll always
when I
remember
conquered that
one.
game, I was like, I'm ready to face the world. I promise you. And these were under 21s, you know. And even the pace, the tempo. I've never in the country. I've never I've never done a game as hard as that one.
You remember it very clearly.
I was
Oh gosh, in terms of leadership, a referee, you know, you lead without being basically the star of the show.
Sorry, please repeat
I'm
that
saying
again.
you are leading without being the star of the show. So what has refereeing taught you about leadership?
So refereeing taught me to variate my kind of leadership, and also refereeing has taught me patience.
Okay.
And refereeing has taught me to understand people,
Yeah.
you know, to understand that one, I need to understand my team. As a leader, I need to understand the people that I work with, the 4 people that I'm going to be working with.
Yeah.
I need to understand their personalities.
Yeah.
I need to understand their backgrounds. I need to understand their strengths and their weaknesses. And then how do I bring them to the game? How do I motivate them so that they are ready to perform?
Yes.
Okay. So it also taught me to listen a lot, and it also taught me to be calm sometimes.
Yeah.
I see what you were doing, but I just need to. Okay. I maybe I've made a mistake. 100%.
Yeah.
You know, it has also taught me that never trust players. Never trust, and you must never trust that players cannot do anything. Even the most coolest player
Yeah.
can fool you. You know,
Sure.
100%. You may think that this player is not like that, and then that player will pretend that he has been fouled, and you give a penalty, and you get suspended.
Oh wow.
So
your fault.
yeah, it has also taught me how strong I can be. You know, sometimes I may think that no, I am strong, but
Yeah.
there are situations that I have conquered. That there are situations that I managed to come out of. And when I look at it, I'm like, how did you do that? You know,
Yep.
so. Refereeing has taught me quite a number of things as a leader, but most importantly, listening, understanding other people, and like
Exactly.
finding time to understand people, because we work with different cultures, different religions, different
Yes, people
beliefs,
and people
but
coming from different backgrounds as well.
100%.
It's a lot.
And also, it also taught me to choose moments,
Okay.
you know, of when do I send this message? How do I send the message?
Yeah.
How do I escalate? How do I play with my officials? How do I just look at you? You
Sure.
know, there are different styles that you will have to use when you are dealing with players. There are times where I'm not going to say anything. I'm just blowing the whistle and I move. There are times where I'm going to blow the whistle and my body language will tell you that I don't like
I
this.
don't like this.
Yes. And also, when I deal with my team, I know that I cannot talk to Penny like this before the game,
Yeah.
because if I spoke with her like this, she's gonna lose concentration.
Okay.
During the game, I know that I cannot shout at you when you have made a mistake, because you might lose it. But on the other hand, when I work with the X, I know that I can say, you're not concentrating, right?
Yes.
Sometimes I know that I can just say, you're doing very well, but I would like you to focus more,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
There are times like that. So you need to really vary it.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
answered also my question was that what lessons from officiating can be applied to everyday life. So that's what you've been saying, that it taught
Patient.
a lot,
Be
a lot,
patient with
yeah.
people. Try to
Understanding
understand
people,
the people that
yes,
you work with.
yes.
Try to lead with empathy. Also, try to bring the best out of your team. Try to listen to your team as much as you can. Try to understand your team, support your team as much as you can. And if you do that to your team, they will perform for you. They will perform for
They
you.
will perform for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have like a lot of people that other people would say, now so and so does not talk in the game, or so and so is not a team player. I've never experienced that, because I know how to take the best out of people. I know how to speak to people so that they perform at their best.
their best,
And
yeah.
I know how to make people to believe in themselves and in the strengths that they have, simply because I pay attention to the people that I work with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And I was going to ask you in terms of your confidence, like how do you stay confident in situations where thousands of people think you are wrong, but you remain like confident in your decision? How do you maintain? Because you are a very confident person, even when you walk. You I don't know. You assume that that leadership place, like you are a leader.
This makes me really laugh, because people think that I'm confident all the times.
Yeah.
And I just think that it is about, how can I put it? I don't think I wake up every day and say I'm confident.
confident,
I'm
yeah.
confident.
No.
I think this is just who I am. Right? This is just who I am. But when I do things decisively. I'm very decisive, right? If I say I'm not going to do it, trust me, I'm not going to do it. If I say I am going to try, I am going to try. If I say that, yes, I mean it.
Yes, yes.
Right? And I feel like confidence is being assured about yourself.
Yeah.
Confidence, I feel like it's being okay with who you
Who
are,
you are.
and knowing
Yes.
that you are not perfect, but you are more than willing to learn. You are more than willing to receive feedback.
Yes.
And that feedback is not feedback is does not mean that you are not good enough,
Yes.
right? And this is just
Yeah,
who I am.
and receiving feedback as
Yeah.
well is very important.
100%.
I mean, for our growth as well. If you're a confident person, you can't always think you're right and those kind of things. So if you receive feedback and you listen to feedback as well, you can see, you learn from it, like you're saying.
Yeah.
That it consists in continuous learning as well.
And also there is always a thin line with confidence and
Yeah.
arrogance,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Yes, there is.
You know,
Yeah,
so
there is.
I feel like confidence is
It's the you know what
Yeah.
I know what you're saying,
You know?
because sometimes I will do those videos where I'm talking and then I'll say I know who I am.
yeah.
So the minute I say that,
You-
I also follow up and say it's not being arrogant, because
100%.
another person will take it as if this is arrogant talking. I mean, who the hell does she think she is?
Yeah.
It's not that. It's because I know. I'm just saying I know who I am.
Once you are
You
anchored,
understand?
once
Yeah.
once you are sure of who you
Who you are,
and
yes.
what you stand for,
Exactly.
right? It's easy for people to say, "Oh, she's very confident." I don't think this is okay. Maybe it is confidence, but the way that you carry yourself,
Yes.
the way that you would be speaking, the way that you would be treating others, I feel like this is just what I am born with.
Yes.
I don't think it's something that I practice, you know? And sometimes there are times where I feel like, no, you know? And people still think that Akhona is got it. Akhona, I don't have it all the times.
Yeah.
But it's just that I need to get this going.
Exactly.
And I believe in
And you
myself.
have a lot of people looking at you.
Thank you.
So there is that. And then my next question is, what has been your proudest moment, in your career so far, where you are like, you look at yourself, you're like, or you look at that one thing, or you think of that thing and you are like, no, Akhona, that's a proudest moment. What has it been so far?
I'm highly proud and blessed, and I would say favored by God, because I've been to the World Cup in Australia and New Zealand 2023. I mean, everybody wants to be at the biggest tournament in the world. So being at the World Cup, I am very proud of myself for that, because it is not easy to work for a World Cup.
Yeah.
Right? And by having also participated in the biggest competition in Africa, which is the Africa Cup of Nations,
Yep.
again, is for me, I am extremely proud of myself
Exactly.
that I am able to work so hard. Other people retire without going to the Africa Cup of Nations or the World Cup, So I'm very proud of those moments. And again, this season I've refereed the final, the final of the Carling Label, the Carling Label Cup in the country, and again refereeing a final as a woman is sometimes you feel like, yeah, I don't think that I was gonna get this, but when you work hard for things, when you position yourself and work very hard, you will feel proud
will,
about the
yes.
sacrifices and how hard you have worked. And these are my
And you can say,
proudest moments.
and I can say, because my other question was, what was the moment where you actually thought, I've made it? Well, I can say from what you are saying, you've made it. Are you continuing to make it? Also, you have a lot that you want to achieve for yourself. I know that.
100%.
But yes, there's nothing wrong with actually saying that thing. There is
Mama,
absolutely
I've
nothing
made it.
wrong. That I have made it. Like you were saying just now, the accomplishments that you've had, looking
Yeah.
back, what you've achieved so far. So yes, you've worked hard for it. So
Thank
you
you.
can pat yourself in the back.
Thank you so
It's
much for
yeah.
that. Really, you are very much correct. When we are saying that I have made it this far,
Yes.
yeah, I have achieved this. It's not being boastful, but
Exactly.
it's also celebrating the milestone, the hard work, the efforts, right, that you have put, and therefore you have really accomplished the goals that you wanted for yourself.
Exactly.
And again, this is not the end of it, because one of the things that I try not to do is to think that I have made it, or and then once you feel like you have made it,
Yeah.
you know, people have a tendency of relaxing at their
Yep.
exposure. So
Yes.
I
Yeah,
try
you
to
tend to
run
stay
around.
run
Yeah, I
from
try
that.
to
I
run
get you.
around.
Yeah.
So I try to run away from
Run
that.
away from that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to say
Okay.
there is still another mountain to summit.
It's 100%. Yeah.
There's still another achievement that I'm still looking,
Yep.
forward to. But it is very important. I like what you said. It is very important that we acknowledge ourselves.
Acknowledge as
We need to
well.
acknowledge and celebrate ourselves, because this is what we constantly do to ourselves and our bodies. That
Exactly.
we never have time to sit down, look back, and
Yes.
appreciate
And
our
say I've
effort,
come so far.
and said you've come so
Yes.
far.
I'm going.
You've
Yes, but
you've done
yeah,
very well.
exactly.
We're constantly chasing, and this is what makes us to have all these stresses that we are having in the world, because we are always chasing. We don't even see when we have done well, because you get this,
We still
and then
have
you have something
another
else.
mountain to climb.
100%. So
What will you say to young women out there who are actually watching the show and they want to actually follow your footsteps? What will you say to them? What can they do? You know?
I think one of the most critical thing that I would say to women, not only in referring a woman who wants to pursue anything at large, you know, one, whatever that you do, doesn't matter where you're at, it must never compromise your own principles. Whatever that you do, whatever that you participate in, whatever that you are chasing, it should never compromise your own principles. And number two, because you are a woman, you must not think that things must be given to you on a silver platter.
Yeah.
You need to work very hard with so much honesty and integrity. Never lose yourself pursuing whatever that you want to pursue, because you only have yourself.
Yep.
Once you lose
It's
yourself,
you versus you.
you are not gonna, even if you achieve that,
Yeah.
but it would be at the biggest cost of losing who you are
Why is you trying to achieve
while you are
whatever
trying
it
to
is?
achieve.
Yes.
Yeah, and the world is not ready to babysit you. Stay anchored, because the world is not going to babysit you. Stay grounded and make it a point that your principles are never shaken by anything.
Yep.
All the things in life are very good, but there are things that people do and the price tag is hidden. One of the most important things is that stay anchored in your principles and never lose yourself.
Oh, that's amazing. Gosh. Okay, so then who are the women who have inspired you in your journey? Who is that woman, or women inspired you in your career? And Akhona, being Akhona, who you are. Who are the women that you can think of?
For sure, my mom, my grandmother, and my big sister. I'm raised by leaders. I'm raised by strong, powerful women.
Yeah.
Right? That's number one. That's my base. That is my closest network of people that have shaped me and shaped who I am and shaped who I am becoming. And there would be also like ladies in my career that I've seen that are very strong, that also I look up to, like, would be your Gladys Langwe
Okay.
from Zambia. Very strong, decisive, and women of authority,
Yes.
highest level of integrity. That I have lots of strong, powerful women in my cycle.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, Namsa Mahlangu also. Like, it would be very unfair if I mention names because I'm
Yes.
surrounded by
By a
powerful,
lot of them.
powerful women. Yes, but these my foundation, my strongest
Your
network,
family,
my
yeah.
family. I feel like these are the people that really shaped who I am.
Shaped who you are.
Yeah.
What excites you about the future of soccer in South Africa? What excites you at this point? What do you see?
One, I think what excites me is the growth of women football. How powerful, strong women football is becoming in the country.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I mean,
There are a lot of changes happening.
lot of
yeah.
changes, lot of
Which is good,
opportunities.
yeah.
We see how the girls are doing. I'm very happy with that. And again, I feel it's very important to mention how our national teams are doing.
Yeah.
Starting from the under 17, they went to the World Cup under 17. Our under 20 guys were also doing very well, and the national team is doing very well. Banyana is doing amazingly well. I
Amazing,
think we are
yeah.
doing very well as a country. So I'm excited with the baby steps that we have taken. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's good because my other question, I think you answered it as well. Because I was going to ask you what you really like to see in football development. You know, what is it? There are so many changes happening now, like you said. But what is it that one thing that you would like to see?
Still a lot of development structures, still a lot of opportunities for younger girls, you know, to come into space, and also strong support, you know, for all leagues, both men and female, you know, having development tournaments.
Yes.
Young would position our kids, and also more education around financial management, investments, opportunities beyond the game, skills development.
Yes.
I think there's a lot that people still need to be taught. So if ever people can be really be guided in such things, it would be better. But I feel like we are heading somewhere, and also the growth of match officials in South Africa now. If you look at our league now, the Hollywood Bets League is being officiated by only women. There was a time where this league was being officiated also by men.
By men,
So
yeah.
it means that, again, the association is doing an amazing job for developing these young girls. I think we're doing very well as a
think you're
country.
doing very,
We are
very well.
trying.
We are trying. We're
We
getting
are
there.
trying, yes, 100%.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so just to let the viewers know, we met at the gym with Akhona. I've seen how intense your physical training is. What does preparation for a big match actually looks like? So when you're preparing for that big one, how does it look like? For
All
you?
matches are big.
All matches are big.
All matches are big.
But you spend sometimes 3 hours at the gym.
Yeah. So it would basically talk about positioning and reading, right?
Okay.
Positioning and reading. Go to the field, try to run like I'm doing a game, right? Running into the penalty area management. And also I would basically look at the two teams that I'm going to be working on, right? Okay, team A and team B. Try to understand their system of plays.
Yeah.
Try to understand their defensive behaviors. Try to understand their attacking behaviors.
Sure.
What do they do when they have defensive corner kicks, for instance?
Yes.
Who are the key players? These are basically what I do.
What do you prepare? But
Yeah.
then it's for bigger matches where you know that you are actually going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever had instances where Akhona is called now, maybe in the morning, that you need to actually referee in the afternoon?
100%. Yeah, you get those things where you need to be
Just be there.
just be there, and you then you approach the game with the basics. The basics is again you look at how the team plays. You
Yeah.
look at how they, like the first 15 minutes of the game will tell you that, okay, I'm going to have a game like this today.
Sure.
How am I going to read the game? How do I position myself? How do I speak with these guys? How do I
Yes.
introduce myself? They must feel that the referee has arrived. There are things that they are not going to do in this game.
The leader is arrived.
Yeah, do they want to play, or you? Each and every game demands a different kind of approach.
Yeah.
There are games where you're just going to let them flow.
Yeah.
There are games where you cannot allow small fouls to happen. You just need to cut it off.
You cut it off.
Because they might escalate to something bigger. So
Sure.
each and every game demands a different approach, a different style, different understanding. Because it's not going to be like when you are going to do, let's say, a cup competition and a league game. These are different things.
Yeah.
When it's a cup, you know that it's going to be a pound to pound. Probably it's going to be a fight because one of them is leaving.
Yes.
As opposed to as a league game, there are things that you need to manage,
Yeah.
or there are things that you're just not going to tolerate. Yes.
Wow. What sacrifices have you made to get to this level? Any sacrifices that you're looking back, you're like, oh, I had to let this go because of my career?
What sacrifices? I would say what? What did I have to sacrifice? I'm trying to think.
So if you have any,
No, but I think I'd say I have lost like a lot of people
people, okay, the time.
the time because I don't have
Yes.
time for like a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
I have missed, for instance, I missed my sister's wedding because I was working.
Yeah.
I missed my best friend's wedding because I was working. Last weekend, 2 weeks ago, I missed my cousin's wedding because I was working. So I have also like lost the relationships.
Yes, along the way,
because I am chasing what I'm chasing.
Yes.
So if ever you are my friend and then you think that I'm going to be really focusing on nurturing this friendship or whatever, I don't have time for that because
Your job is very demanding.
my job is demanding.
Today, I
Yeah.
know, because today you can be here. You can be like, I'll see you tomorrow. Then tomorrow, Akhona is out.
And I don't hate you. It's not like you are not important.
Yeah.
It's not that people are not important.
Yes.
It's just that it's the nature of the job that I cannot tell you where I'm going, Penny, but I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
But I'm somebody who is very present and very intentional. I am very present. If ever I make time for people that are in my life, but then again, they know how selfish I can be when I am focusing on my work.
On your craft.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
And then we're almost at the end. I want to ask you about the fans. What is that thing that the fans fans will be shocked, like to know about the referees? Like the thing that they don't know about referees. Because we think we know it all. But then what is that thing that you can say, fans, you don't know this about the referee, don't know this about us?
Fans, they don't know that when we missed an important call, we don't sleep at night.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. They don't know that. They think that they are just okay, these guys. I had a situation where I cried for 3 days because I missed a call. And it was so hard. Like, so hard to say, why did you consult? Why did you, And you think that if I make a league-changing decision, you think I'm going to be happy? I am not happy, for sure, because this affects me as a human being. This affects my salary. This affects my career. I may not go to the next level. I may not go to the next World Cup. You think that I'm happy? No. Yeah.
Sure.
So I had days where I felt like this is difficult, you know? And also, what they don't understand is that for me to be really, for me to understand that kind of the dynamics of the games are like this, you also need to have a performance psychologist. I had to see a performance psychologist to say, this thing has nothing to do with you. You cannot, you need to know that there are mistakes in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, yeah, guys. So I hope you guys, as soccer lovers, you can relate to that answer, because I know there's always like, I mean, when Tulad is watching, or my family watching soccer as well, as soon as one referee comes, well, the one that he knows, people are like, oh no, oh, we're gonna lose. There's this referee, we're gonna lose. So I think out there, people don't understand that what you were explaining just now, that you also have rules, you follow rules and all those kind of things. And us as like watchers, we are watching sports and we love sports, and then we love soccer, and we tend to judge, and we be like, that referee, is not the right one for this game. We should
And
have found another one.
I feel like people dehumanize referees, right? People think that we are not human. People think that we don't have feelings, we don't have emotions, we don't come from families, we don't have parents, we don't. The society has viewed us like that, and the society has their way of stripping our identity, stripping our integrity, stripping everything. They can say all the nasty things that they want to say, simply because you have made a mistake.
You've made,
and
mistake.
majority of the times you might not have made a mistake, but according to what they see,
Yes.
and according to their level of understanding,
Exactly.
they think that you have made an error. And when people are questioning your integrity, it's something that you value so much. When you are going to, for me, you can say anything, but the minute you start attacking my integrity, you are automatically attacking RJ. You are attacking my grandfather. Robert Johnson spent so much raising me. My grandfather taught me so much. So when you attack what raised me, I don't take that lightly.
Sure.
You can say whatever you want to say about me, I don't care. But the minute you attack what raised me, my integrity,
Yes.
this is where I don't take this as a joke. I don't joke around things like this because I know what it means. Because my credibility means everything to me.
Sure. Awesome. And that brings us to our last question. My last question, I always ask my guests, what is that one thing that you like to be remembered in 100 years' time? So 100 years time, there was an Akhona. So what is that one thing that you would like people to remember you by?
That I am an advocate of accountability, advocate for equality. Akhona advocate for unity. I want to be remembered for those things.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so we have come to the end of our podcast. Thank you so much, Akhona, for sharing your story, your wisdom, and your journey with us today. What stands out from this conversation, guys, is that leadership isn't about having all the answers. It's about the courage to make decisions, to stand by your values, and continue to move forward even when pressure is at its highest. Your story, Akhona, is a reminder that barriers are meant to be challenged. Confidence is built through action, and success often comes from showing up consistently, even when the path isn't easy.
100%.
And to everyone out there listening, I hope you found something worth bookmarking from our today's conversation with Akhona, whether it's a lesson, a perspective, or a moment that challenged the way you think. So if you've enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to like, to share with somebody else who needs to hear it, and to follow Bookmark Conversations wherever you listen to your podcast. Until next time, keep reading, keep learning, keep growing, and keep bookmarking the conversations that matter. Thank you so much, guys, for listening today. And thank you so much, Akhona, for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.